joined us will get on here very soon. All right. Can everybody hear me? Does anybody need to, I guess, just let me know if you can hear me by send me a little chat or something and let me know if you can hear me. Yeah. Okay. I've got one yes, so I think we're all good. So that's awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I always wonder if I have any kind of horrible recording issues there, so I think we're good. But hello, everybody, and welcome to the Make Money with Monograms webinar. And in this webinar, we're going to go over how to use personalized gift items to get into new markets and increase your business. And if anybody is having trouble with audio, by the way, you may want to dial in with your phone. I have found that that tends to work a little easier maybe than computer audio. But let me take just a moment to introduce myself. My name is Peggy Waters, and I work for Universal Woods, the world's leading manufacturer of hard surface products for sublimation. Some of you may be familiar with our products. But in my role as brand manager, I support the growth initiatives for one of our brands, Unisub, in the photo gifts and personalized products market. And I'm excited about leading this webinar today, and I hope that you will enjoy attending and learn more about monograms and how they can translate into additional sales for you. And right now, I've also got Alicia Galehouse. She's sitting with me on the webinar, and Alicia is new to Universal Woods. Very excited to have her with us. She's going to help me some with the questions that we might have at the end of the webinar. Do you want to say hello?
Hi, I'm very excited to be here.
All right. So let's get started. First of all, just a couple of things before we start, little housekeeping items. So, so that everybody's familiar with this webinar control panel, if you can't really see your screen very well, on the right side of your screen, usually there's a little orange arrow, and you can expand the panel back and forth by clicking on that same button. I think it's your control panel button. And I will be answering questions at the end of the webinar, as I mentioned before, and we're going to take about 10 to 15 minutes afterwards for questions and answers. And we're also going to give you access to the recorded webinar online. So if you weren't able to attend, or if you missed a couple things, then don't panic. We will give you some access there. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, what is the Make Money with Monograms program? We've put together a collection of free digital resources for you to increase your sales by getting into the gift and boutique markets with personalized and monogrammed items. A lot of you maybe have seen monogrammed items out in the market, and definitely it's a hot thing. It's been around for a while, but it just seems that people want it to be personalized. So that's a good thing. And we're also going to show you a program where we recommend a little binder that you can use to showcase all the elements we're going to talk about today in this program. And it's kind of neat for you to be able to collect that and keep it in one place. And this is a locally focused program, too. It's designed for you to partner with area gift shops and boutique retailers to increase your business. Or if you have your own store, if you sell direct, you don't really work with anybody else in terms of boutique, you sell directly yourself, you can simply add these products to your lineup as sublimated items. All right, so what's included in this program? Well, first we have a recommended list of products that we found that are very popular in the gift market. We also have some digital resources like free templates, graphics, patterns, and suggested fonts. And we also have a plan on how you can break into this market. So everybody needs to have a plan. I love a plan, especially a good plan. So we've included that for you as well. And there are 4 key sections to this webinar. First, we're going to go through the resources available to you for sublimation. We'll have a recommended launch program for you to follow. Then we're going to go over what's in this famous binder I mentioned a little bit ago. This binder is something that will have things in that you can use to help organize everything so that it makes it so easy for someone to order what you have to offer. And then finally, we're going to find where in the world can I download all of these things? Where are my digital resources so that I can get access to everything in this webinar? I'll show you where that is. And as I mentioned before, we'll save a few minutes at the end for questions and answers because there is no such thing as a stupid question. And I encourage everyone to ask if you have anything. At the end of the session, I'll address those, and Alicia will help me. Now, for this boutique market program, we've identified the top 9 products that are popular in the gift market through our research that we've done. Then we put together a worksheet for you to calculate your profit margin and the retailer's profit margin if you choose to sell to boutique shops or retailers. And then we've also put together creative resources for you to use for sublimation, including product templates, background patterns, and even fonts that you would use for monograms. So on this slide, we've got the top 9 products that we found popular in the gift market. You'll see both Unisub and switch case products that we offer, and there's also a cutting board, a glass cutting board on there. And while we don't actually offer that in our product line, we do find that a lot of people offer this item. It's a very popular gift item in boutique shops that people like to have personalized. And all of these products can be ordered from any number of Unisub authorized distributors. Now on this next slide, I know it looks really daunting, right? It looks crazy. This is a worksheet. It's very simple. It's actually there for you to calculate your margins and determine pricing for all of these products. And there's a lot of information, and I'm going to break it down and give you examples, so don't worry. We've listed all the item numbers in the boutique package that we offer, the cost of each product, and this would be the blank product, the sublimated profit model, like if you were to sublimate and you just want to sell directly, that's fine. You can make a big profit off of that. And we also have the retailer profit model. This is if you go to a boutique and you say, I can personalize these things. I can sublimate these items for you, and you can buy directly from me. Here's your wholesale pricing. So we included that because some people want to offer that. All these margins, everything in here can be changed. And that is definitely why we wanted to include this spreadsheet, so you can change anything on here that you want to. And you might see some things on here that have the lighter type items. And these are the price and part number breakouts for 2 to 3 interchangeable back plates. And these will be things that are bundled with a switch case case. So for example, you'll have one case and you've got 2 to 3 interchangeable back plates that you might want to offer to someone. So they may have 3 different back plates that have different initials or monograms on them or designs. So we've got all the costs of these items. And then we've got a sublimated profit that would be your profit. But if you wanted the wholesale model as well and to sell it to someone else, they can also earn a profit off these same items. Now for your total cost as a sublimator of these products, we've estimated the cost of the blanks from any Unisub distributor, labor and overhead, which we figured at $1.50 if you're sublimating multiple items at a time, and your figure may be higher or lower than this. We also looked at ink and paper. How much ink and paper does it take when you're sublimating some of these items? And we looked at 2.5 cents per square inch as what we used for our calculations. We also looked at approximate freight based on if you were to batch ship items to a retailer, so you put 5 or 6 personalized things in one shipment, we guessed at about $2 as the freight cost on those in batch shipping. And note that the freight, it's calculated just the cost to ship to a retailer if you weren't going to just take them to them. Now we've recommended the wholesale pricing, which provides an average of 30% margin for you as a sublimator if you sell to someone else, and a retailer price for the end user, which provides an average 40% margin for the retailer. And this worksheet with the formulas and everything else is part of the digital resources that are available for download from our website, and it's completely editable based on what you desire to make. All right, for our next slide, let's see. Sorry. My page down button, where are you? Okay. Sorry, Alicia. Alicia and I are sitting here trying to type at the same time. Okay, so our profit margin potential. This is an example of what you just saw, only it looks a little bit easier, doesn't it? So we're going to walk through a couple of these examples. Now here we have a Unisub standard size clipboard. It's item 1013. And from our sheet, we showed that the cost of this blank item is $6.92. If we add labor and overhead, that's $1.50 from what we estimated. And again, I said, here's maybe higher or lower. Ink and paper at a cost of 2.5 cents per square inch. And we also estimated freight at $2 for a total cost to you of $13.23. For the wholesale price, which is what you will sell the decorated item to at any retailer for, we can charge $18 for a 26% margin or a $4.77 profit. And then the retailer can then charge our recommended price of $30, which gives them a 40% margin and a $12 profit. And this is all on a worksheet that, again, you can adjust it as you choose. And if you're not selling to anyone else, all that profit is yours. All right. Yeah, my page down. Come here. Thank you. Okay. Some of these laptops, I don't know where to find the keys on. You know, it goes crazy. For the next example, I'm showing the switch case items for cell phones since we've paired parts together. And we're showing you how we broke out that cost. So here we have an iPhone 5 case with 3 interchangeable backplates, because you may want to sell more than one customized backplate to someone. And the cost of this case is $2.49, and each backplate that goes in it is 99 cents for a total of $5.46. Then we recommended the phone case, you know, like I said, plus 3 inserts, just to give people a little bit to change out. Add labor and overhead, then your ink and your paper, plus your freight of $2, and your total cost is $9.71. And now for the wholesale price, we charge $15 to the retailer for a 35% margin or $5.29 of profit. The retailer or the boutique or the store, if you're selling it to someone, can then charge our recommended in-consumer price, if you will, in-market price of $29.99 for a decorated 3 personalized backplates in a case. That's a pretty awesome margin, 50%, with a $14.99 profit. And again, if you're not selling to anyone else, all of that would be yours. So if you wanted to have a home-based party where you're doing, okay, I've got sublimated items, I'm going to set up a network of people who have home-based parties and they want to do personalized items, that could be another opportunity for you, and you're getting that profit. So here we have the previous information that's kind of nicely formatted, and what it does is it shows you all of the wholesale prices for each item and the suggested retail prices of what it would actually sell decorated. And you can even, if you're giving this to someone else, a boutique to sell, retailer margin is on the right-hand side there. And we're going to provide this to you to download. You can change anything on this as well. Now here are the creative resources that we're providing. We'll talk through all the graphics available for you that you want to use. And this is just a really neat program because we've got different templates. We've got graphics and fonts that you can use. So I think this is a really nice thing that you can use in your binder because everything's going to be all organized. And anyone that you send this to will be able to see, oh, these are cool patterns, or I like this, I can pick that out, and I can customize my own item. So I'm going to show you everything that's in this binder. And once you have your packages together, or all your binder contents and everything that's personalized, every font that you need, all of the equipment, you'll be able to offer this and maybe put it in a little nice basket like we have here. But the product package is going to include different things for the wholesale, the retailer that has, like, why would you use sublimated products? What are my profit margins? All this is included. And you've got 5 easy steps to ordering. You can use those steps to help increase your business. And there's an easy order form for your wholesaler your retailer. Goodness, what's wrong with me? So that they could use that and help someone order, and you know exactly how to sublimate it because it's already written down. Now, as part of the package presentation, if you're going out to boutique shops, or even if you're dealing with your customers, we provided a copy that you could print off with all the information about sublimation. And this is really an opportunity for you to talk about not only the superior image quality of sublimated products, but also include that Unisub products are made in the USA. So right here out of Louisville, Kentucky, Alicia and I can attest to the fact we've been downstairs and we've seen them being made. So they are made in the USA. And next we have, again, the same thing you saw before. It's the profit margin one-pager. and it has the wholesale pricing and any retail price if you want to resell it, along with the retailer margin. Then we have 5 easy steps. So if you're sending this to a retailer and you want them to get started, and you're selling to gift shops, this is a key element to help your shop owner get started. And just a note about the steps. It's pretty important that they're excited about this program, so they put forth an effort to launch it. So we think that if you're going to put this in any boutique shop, that shop owner should create a visible display space with the samples, announce the program in an email blast to their customers, and promote the products on social media. I have a couple of blogs that I follow, and also I'm Facebook friends with some local shops downtown where I'm from, which is Bardstown, Kentucky. And we have plenty of wonderful shops there that sell all kinds of goodies, including sublimated items that are personalized. And they put new products on social media, and they tell me that the next day, or usually within that week, that they have customers visiting because they saw it on Facebook. So it does work if you have followers that want to know exactly what you're offering. But you can also include products on the website. So if you have your own website, or if your retailer has their own website, that's another good thing to say we're now offering this. And they can even offer a discount program for any customers that come in and buy repeat products, so more than one product for repeat business. So for example, with those, the phone case with the 3 inserts, you can actually change out those aluminum inserts. That's another way, if somebody wanted to come in and get their, get another one personalized, that's something else that could be offered as well. Repeat business is always good business if you have somebody that comes in and wants what you have. Here's the easy order form that can be used either by you or a retailer or someone who is working with you to complete each customer order. So it's pretty easy. It's got their the customer's contact information, how exactly they want their monograms on there, what font they want, what color, and I'll show you in just a second what all this means. And you'll see that we've placed everything in this picture in a basket for presentation purposes to the retailer. And this is simply a neat way to package these products. We recommend that the basket of items with the sublimated samples, if you're going to go out and give this to a boutique owner or a shop owner, offer it to them for 50% off the wholesale price, so they'll put it in their store and use this as a display. And you can put it in a neat little basket. And included in that basket, you can put the 9 products, a binder that we recommend for the customer to quickly and easily choose their products so that everything is easily organized for them to view, an 8x10 or 11x14 POP countersign. We have a Chromolux metal POP here because that's another one of our brands that we've used. But this is a way to promote the program, and signage is something you need when you've got a gift shop and you've got a lot of things to offer. We do have artwork for that free on the site I'm going to give you as well. And even an extra clipboard for that retailer to use. Why not give them something they'll carry around and use that is your product? It's a pretty nice thing. And we even used, we created a boutique binder, is what we call it, with a cover page for the retailer's customer to page through and quickly and easily personalize their product. Now, if you're doing this yourself, you can use this and give it to a customer. They can flip through and easily place their order and see how much things are priced. And we just bought a white binder, from an office store with a clear insert, and then we just printed out the page in color and then slipped it in. So it's nothing really fancy here. It's just we just used the binder to be able to collect everything. Now here's what happens when someone looks at this binder. Let's go through the steps here. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to pick their product. So all of this shows the product along with the pricing. So that's pretty nice. Then they're introduced to design elements they can use to personalize their product. As you can see here, you've got a little flawless design. You get to choose your background. You get to choose your fill, the border, the monogram, the font. Here's some of the patterns that we also were including for you, as well as the pattern color. Then we have the frame. So you can pick your frame color, your frame fill. All of these things are things that are customizable. Then you want to pick the monogram, font, and color. And guess what? If you're not familiar with monograms, you're not the only one. We provided a handy monogram cheat sheet for the retailer or for you to help your customer arrange their monogram letters. So depending on like if you have couples and they both, they want both their names and initial, or if it's somebody that wants their name but they don't necessarily want their middle name in the middle, or they want their last name as their middle letter, there's different ways you can do monograms. So thank goodness we have a monogram cheat sheet. And then finally, there's a price list for each product. So anybody looking through the binder would know exactly what they're going to pay for that. And you can choose where you want to put this price list. You could put it at the beginning or the end. We just included it at the end as one of the last pages in the binder next to the order form. And then again, here's part of the order form. I kind of blew it up so you can see it a little better. But while your customer is looking through the binder and picking out their design, you have that order form that you can easily follow it in case someone else is doing the sublimating and you really need to be specific. So if you're selling in the shops, you have them maybe submit those orders to you on a weekly schedule or however you want to work it out. So you can sublimate those items and then either ship them out or bring them, maybe once a week or twice a month or something to the shop to save on your shipping costs. So whatever you'd want to do there, it just depends on what you and the shop owner work out, if you're doing it that way. Now this entire program, including all the graphic backgrounds I've just showed you and the binder pages, can be downloaded at unisub.com/boutique. So that is a page on our website that we have all of these resources. And for your convenience, you can either download each one separately or you can do the entire program all at once via Dropbox. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Dropbox, but I think that we use it here, probably 99% of the time to fit large files in. So you can actually download them all at once if you want to. So what are some next steps regarding this program? Well, first you'll probably want to order some of the products from your distributor in blank form, and then of course if you're already into sublimation, that is wonderful. If you're not, your distributor can definitely help you with that. And then you'll want to download all the support material at that one site, unisub.com/boutique. And then you'll want to get familiar with the program. So, I don't expect you to be able to tell me everything I've just told you today. So you'd want to get familiar with the program so you can easily sell the items and know how to place them in the market. So maybe, for example, you don't care for a bag tag, but you might want a keychain. That's something you could definitely do and customize your own program there. But you might want to look and see what's already in the market now if you're interested in doing that, or what you feel comfortable with. Then you'll want to sublimate a set of samples. So, you could sublimate some samples and put together the binder of the information. If you happen to know who the shop owner is, maybe you can sublimate something with their initials on it, their monogram on it. That might be pretty neat. And then you'll want to identify a list of local gift shops in your market that would benefit from your partnership with them. And you might be asking yourself, well, okay, now how do I get these into shops? Maybe this is something new that you might not have considered before, but this is something that we have actually worked with someone with. So they have actually gone into some shops around our area, and they do sell sublimated items to these boutiques. So here's just some little tips. First of all, you want to make appointments with the owners and get to know your customers. So you might want to visit the gift shop and just find out who the owners are, when are they going to be in the store. Introduce yourself and provide a little, what we call an elevator pitch. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's basically just a quick pitch of, this is what I'm selling, and this is what I have to offer, and this is how it can help you. So again, it's a win-win situation. And then I just have like a little, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I own and operate a customizable fulfillment shop in town. And you definitely want to show them, because a lot of people do not know what sublimation is in retail stores. And so if you show them the image quality and show them what it is, I feel like you're really building that relationship, and you're able to offer them a variety of products, not just what we've shown you here. But this is just a little quick, if you have time, ask them if they have time to review the program. And definitely be prepared, if you walk into a shop and you're excited about talking about this program, have everything waiting in the car in case they ask for the pitch now, and that way you can bring it out, and if you're not carrying it directly into the store. But it's however you want to do that. I just feel like a relationship is definitely what you want there, and be able to help that that shop. So look around and see what they're already carrying and what they're not carrying, and try to fill that space. And here's some other tips to make selling the program more successful. In my market, where I happen to live, it's a very, very small town. So if I offered it to one shop, I really couldn't offer it to another one. So I don't know if it's something where if people want to, offer a half-mile or 1-mile exclusivity per location. That's up to you. But that's just one little thing if you wanted to offer that. You could customize graphics for your customers and offer exclusive patterns. So I think this is kind of a neat idea because, like, for example, in Kentucky, you all know we're about bourbon and derby. So if we wanted to do something that surrounds either of those two things, and that's more of a custom treatment, we could make some graphics for that. So that would be something you could work with the shop owner on. If you live by the beach, you could do all kinds of tropical and beach-themed items. So again, this is kind of a neat little thing. You could do seasonal graphics. So the next webinar that we have is a second follow-up to this one. I'm going to go over a holiday package. It's like the holiday variety of this webinar for you, and show you what we've got in store for you there that you get for free, some templates and graphics and designs and things. But this is just something else that you could do. Now, if somebody tells you, hey, I'm really not interested, you can always go back and see if they've changed their mind. But once you establish that relationship, follow up with them a couple of weeks after they, if they've launched the program. You want to find out what's working, what's not working. Is your timing okay? Are you getting the stuff to them, as soon as they need it? Are people asking for other things? Keep that relationship going, and definitely don't let a no stop you. That's just something that I would advise for this and what we've had success with here. Wow, that was a lot of stuff, huh? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that webinar, but hey, you get it all free on a page that the unisub.com/boutique that has all of that information. And I'm going to repost this webinar recorded so that, if you did miss anything in this entire time, you can go back and certainly listen to everything on it, and I'm going to actually answer some questions here in a minute. So I wanted to give you guys kind of the opportunity to absorb this, but also let me know if you have any questions. There's a little question box down at the bottom of your, well, towards the bottom of your screen on your little control panel, and I had to actually blow mine up so I can read people's questions. But I can certainly send you all the link to this webinar, and I will certainly send you also the link again to the Unisub Boutique page on our site. But here's just a couple of questions that I have. Can I buy the products as a package from my distributor? Actually, each of those products, I believe, is usually sold as a separate item. So you could go to your distributor and say, hey, I want all these bag tags, or I prefer this, 1019 picture frame. I would like that. So you would actually just go to your distributor, and there's several of them. And by the way, if you can't find a distributor, if you go to unisub.com/distributors, we do have a list of them. There's quite a few. Have we done this before? Yes. We launched this program with a sublimator in town here in Louisville, Kentucky, and she and her husband had definitely seen an increase in sales. And we've seen the need to be persistent, and for you to fully understand that, the program, to make sure the retailer understands how easy it is for them. Somebody else has asked, do you have bridal packages and bridal artwork? No, but you have just given me a good idea. So you've given me something to work on there. That's a good idea. Can you write that? Thank you. Thank you. That is a great idea. I think that's something that we can definitely help with, and we'd be able to provide some artwork for that as well. Thank you. And baby packages, I know we have a baby package. I'm trying to think back, that we had on Unisub for a long time, but I can find out some additional packages and definitely post those. These are great. Thank you. Can a product be substituted in the package? For example, if I want to include a keychain, t-shirt, magnet, can I add it to the program? Yeah, you can certainly substitute or add any items you want to this program. And, we just, like I said, we just use the top 9 items we found to keep it simple. And then if you want to add an item, you just use that margin worksheet to figure out the margin. And then if you're reselling, of course, figure out the retailer's, margin, what they're going to make. And from there, it should really be easy to figure out a wholesale price or a retail price. And what we did in developing this is we just looked at personalized items that we found that are really common, and what we had to offer that would go with that. And see what these things sell for in these gift shops. You'd be surprised sometimes at what things sell for, because then you'll kind of get an idea of, okay, well, they're offering these 5 different picture frames, and they're not personalized, but they cost, they're priced at this, so where should I price mine? Just remember that things that are personalized, people really enjoy because they're truly unique. Not everybody can get that with their name on it. So, also, remember to tune in if you can, and I've got to take a drink of water, sorry. I talk too much. If you tune into the second part of this webinar, which is next Wednesday, November 5th at 4, and that's Eastern time, we actually have a holiday package. So we're going to go over all the artwork for that, and it actually has a couple of different things in it that aren't in this original package. So in other words, how we have like the bag tag and the clipboard. We're going to have different things in this other holiday package, and you'll be able to see that next Wednesday. And what if I want to use different patterns or graphics? You can use any patterns you want to. And really this could be a selling point for you. So for example, if I wanted to go to Miami and I wanted to put palm trees, I guess you guys can tell I'm thinking about the beach. Mm-hmm. But if you wanted to put palm trees all over a picture frame and make your own pattern, if you're creative in that way, and I have used Photoshop, but I'm certainly not that creative, you can definitely put together your own patterns, your own customization. It certainly fits well with this program, and that is something that really speaks to the markets you're in. And you can add that, just don't forget to add that to the pages of your binder if you want to use that template we provided, so that you can coordinate the colors, with the frames and monograms. And if you're a do-it-yourself person, that's great if you wanted to customize that. Tips on printing. Oh, yes. If you have questions about sublimation tips or printing and pressing, Unisub.com does have several of those. We also, a lot of the distributors do have their own support and pressing page. Don't be afraid to call your distributor if you have trouble with sublimation. I would say all of our distributors have been able to help our customers, and we actually get questions from our distributors too if they can't answer a question. So please, if you have a question, you have things you need to get help with, please ask. Would this be good to do on Etsy? Yes, yes. I have actually seen some like these on Etsy, but I do think that a lot of the things on Etsy are similar to this. You could actually do that, and they could still choose the color-sponsored products. You would just have to ask them to make that selection. I know there's a form you can put on Etsy where a customer can request what they want, and you just have to say, okay, be specific about where your initials need to be. So you could have first place, middle place, last place. So that's what my advice would be for Etsy. I noticed on some of those you click on only give you a license plate frame. Also the images. So the images on the site, on the website, I guess is what that means. Felicia, I'm trying to understand your question. I didn't only give you honor of, product images on the website. Okay. I will definitely mention that because I know we have plenty of images and license plate frame templates that we have. That is another popular item as well for states that will allow you to do that. Some states are really picky about license plates frames, And some of them, you can put them on the front. You can put them around the original license plate on your back. So I will definitely take a look at that, and thank you for bringing that to my attention. Fonts that we use, that is also on the site on unisub.com/boutique. There's several different ones, and they're all free. Do you know where we can get somebody? I do not know where one can get sublimated yoga mats. I would assume that that would be someone who does apparel related. I don't know. That's a good question, like neoprene, I would guess. I don't know where to get those, but that would be another really cool thing to have personalized. I would think you could take that out and roll it up. You'd have your initials on it. And Nona tells you to ask Condi. So just to let you know, Felicia, she let you know to ask Condi if they have them. Oh, they don't have them. Well, I think if you go to our website, we do have a list of distributors. It's unisub.com distributors. I think there's a link on there too. You just or a menu item. You just click that, and you should be able to see all of the United States distributors. Or you can, you know, I usually Google everything, but of course then you get everything. Like sometimes I end up on websites that are not in English to try to get things. But hey, that works for me. I mean, sometimes I've ordered things and they've come in and they're great. So thank you guys very, very much for attending. And I hope that you can come next Wednesday. And again, that starts, it's Wednesday, November 5th at 4 Eastern Time. And I'm excited about that too, to show you some new holiday designs. And thank you so much for participating and attending. And Alicia, you want to say goodbye as well?
Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.